Well, kia ora koutou katoa, no mai haere mai I tēnei ata o te kemu o Poiuka. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, this morning for this great game of softball. It is Championship Sunday, baby, here at the 2024 Cameron Duncan Memorial Tournament, hosted by the Waitakere Bears Soccer Club. All the way live images from Ranui, Starling Ballpark, here in Auckland, Tamaki Makoto's West. And great to have you along for it. I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper. This morning we bring you the semi-final action here, as it'll be North Harbour taking on Auckland. Bottom of the first innings. The top of the first innings already, Lyric Cullen Mahina hit a line drive to left field to plate the first run of the ball game for the Aucklanders and give them the lead here. Bottom of the first innings now. North Harbour up the bat is Junie Lee Murray after Riley Cotton hit a line drive to centre field, now standing on third base. Fantastic to have you along for it should be a good match-up here as we see Junie Lee Murray pick up the walk, head down to first base. So the North Harbour boys have got them cornered here with one out in the bottom of the first innings. Let's reel off that batting lineup for North Harbour here first. So it was Andy Lee that lead off, followed by Riley Cotton, who hit the double to centre field. Generally Murray just got the walk. Nathaniel Dixon hitting clean up today. He's up to bat now, followed by Solomon Hibbert, the first baseman, hitting in the 5 spot today for North Harbour. And after him will be Asher Manu, the catcher. Fletcher Irvine will be the designated player today, hitting in the 7th spot. Ben Butler hits 8 at shortstop. Kalis Landon is also in there, and he's at left field today. And it was Archie Jews at second base being hit by the DP. Little Texas Leaguer drops in at right field, and they'll advance as the runner scores to second as well. So lots of action here as North Harbour tie this ball game up nice and early. Fantastic having you along. Joining us in the booth for this one is my good friend, Terence Hibbert. Moringa hoa.
Oh, kia ora e hoa, kia ora to our fans out there. Another beautiful day at the ballpark, and we've got a good game started already. Harbour's come back after giving up a run in the first inning, and yeah, they look ominous here.
Tino Atahua today for sure, without a doubt. Yep, good game going here. Semi-final action. As the winner of this one will go to the adjusted schedule today. 1:45 grand final. They'll await the winner of, or the loser of this one, I believe, will play the winner of the 3-4 game. So win, you go straight through. Lose, you've still got a chance. This is a 1-2 matchup. North Harbour come through undefeated yesterday, being the 1 spot against Auckland, and now going head to head. All locked up in the bottom of the first innings. As we see here, Julie Murray running at third base. Defensively for Auckland, they're a good one too. Te Ara Lee at left field. Moronga, he's a starting centre fielder today. And at right field for Auckland is Riley Henare. Hot corner third base is Riley Grace. Shortstop today for Auckland. He was outstanding yesterday. Tamatea Hiko Smith. The starting second baseman is Benjamin Torpia. He was good today, yesterday, Benny. And Atui Faesia is the starting first baseman for the Aucklanders. Behind the dish doing the catching is Sam Thompson. He's really good. Lyric Cullen Makiha is the starting pitcher here for Auckland. So Solomon Hibbert up to bat now, the first baseman for North Harbour. Got a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 runners in scoring position here for Hibbert. And this one off the end of the bat, straight to the second baseman. He doesn't have a choice, and Hibbert will drive in the go-ahead run here for North Harbour.
Shot, my boy.
Couldn't have put it better myself. Shot, my boy. There you go. Torpia wants to make sure he gets the out at first base. No chance to get that go-ahead run, though, coming in for North Harbour.
Asher Manu up now.
Free swing, young fella. Only young too, young Asher.
Yeah. he's grown up quite a lot. He was, a little bit poto. 2 seasons ago, you wouldn't have thought he'd be this tall now. But yeah, he's really shot up. Oh, we've got a pretty liberal strike zone here today.
Not so poto anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but free swing, you can see laser focused in his eyes. Takes this one outside from the starting pitcher, Cullen Makiha, for Auckland today. Been a great day, a couple of days of softball here for the 2024 Cameron Duncan Memorial. Thank you so much for tuning in. This one pops up.
Gonna hunt.
That one just drops out of the reach of the catcher, Sam Thompson. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, though. We really appreciate your viewership. It's really kind of you. I hope you got all your things organised for your Christmas with your friends and whānau. Coming up in a few days, Wednesday. Of course, today, Championship Sunday, so something to entertain you while you finish off that cappuccino or mochaccino, or I guess if you're from Ponsonby, Terence, it's like a Troy flat latte.
Why would you ask me? I'm from Wainui Mata.
Okay.
Yeah. You get an instant coffee.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky, there's sugar and milk that isn't curdled. Just jokes, my Wainui whānau.
This one straight back to the pitch and look to get it over in time, and he does. So it's not before, though. Dixon and Herbert get the job done. Herbert get the job done here. They'll pick up their 2 runs. 2 runs to 1. It is North Harbour leading Auckland in the semi-final. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Starling Ballpark, top of the second inning, semi-final clash in the under-15 boys division. Auckland taking on North Harbour, and we see a lead-off batter for the innings, Riley Grace, grounding out for the first out. So one away here is Riley Cotton, the starting pitcher for the North Harbour Pango side. Let's have a look at them for you defensively, shall we? Left to right in the outfield, Calius Landon with Nathaniel Dixon at centre, and Julian Lee Murray is the right fielder today for North Harbour. Third base, hot corner, Andy Lee today. You wait until he comes up to bat. Outstanding young athlete is Andy. Shortstop for North Harbour, Ben Butler. The second base today, Archie Drew. First baseman, Solomon Hibbert. And behind the dish doing the catching, Asher Manu for the starting pitcher we already forementioned. That is Riley Cotton. Offensive lineup for Auckland today. Sam Thompson, the catcher, leads off. Lyric Cullen Makiha is the starting pitcher, hitting 2 today for Auckland. Tamatea Hiko Smith, he's at shortstop, hitting 3. Riley Hamnati is hitting in the clean-up spot today. Riley Grace, we saw just lead off. He is in the 5 spot, and Te Ara Lee batting now in the 6 spot, the left fielder. Morongo hits 7. Tui Faisia will be hitting 8 today, the first baseman, and Benjamin Torpia rounds out the batting order for the boys from Auckland.
Yeah, sorry about that, folks. A little confused with the calls going there.
Well, it's not
No
hard,
strikeout.
not hard to get me confused, mate, to be fair. So, actually, just looking, I might just have missed a couple of batters. So that was Tui Fasia that just struck out there. And so that would have been Moronga that led off with the ground out to third base, because it's young Benjamin Torpia batting now.
Of course, that Torpia name's synonymous with some successful softball outcomes, eh?
They sure are indeed. Giving his father a bit of stick. Of course, long-time Waitakere Bears member, his dad Reuben. And then now at Auckland United for quite a while. And his son plays for Ramblers. Like, pick one, guys. Pick one.
They must own a petrol station.
Yeah. Of course, mother, Tracy Torpia, the current New Zealand Black Sox scorer.
And armchair critic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were just sitting over there.
Armchair critic too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, very funny conversation going on behind home plate before I headed up, Chopper.
3-2 the count here on Torpia. This one outside, that'll give him a walk down to first base. And I'll bring up top of the shop now, Sam Thompson. Had a good day, did young Thompson behind the dish yesterday, both defensively and offensively in the batter's box. This one comes down Main Street. I'd say Torpia and Thompson are teammates at Ramblers too, in their clubs off ball.
Oh, without a doubt. It's great to see his grandparents and auntie and cousins here today. And of course his sister's playing for the, his younger sister Georgia's playing for Auckland also.
That one just snuck through. I think I might have collected the umpire's helmet here as it came through. Torpia down to second base. Beautiful day here locally. We mentioned it's Tahua. Hardly a breath of wind in the sky. 22 degrees Celsius today, heading for a high of 24, they say. There's that replay. Look at that. It did get the umpire helmet.
Well, it was right in the face mask, actually, and fair play to it. You turn your head and you get hit in the ear.
Yeah.
I'd rather get hit in the face mask where it's not going to hurt you.
Someone answer the phone. It's ringing inside that helmet right now.
Full, we got a full count.
Full count on Thompson. Inside pitch.
Make a play, Andy.
And right there to get it over. And he may have beaten it out. He did indeed, Thompson. You can see here on the slow-mo, Terence.
Yep. Well, there's not many catchers who...
Look at the grit in his teeth.
Yeah, he wants to get there.
It's a bang play. He's rewarded a safe down to first base.
Yeah, he's quick as hell.
So, with runners as he's advanced to second base, both in scoring position now for a pitcher who can help himself out, Lyric Cullen Makiha. And there's a hard hit ball to right field.
Stay up, Junie.
He's going to get at least two, maybe three bases here as 2 runs will come in for Auckland. And the throw, well covered by Andy Lee, the third baseman. Yeah. Otherwise, it would have been 3 runs on the play here. But a great hit by the pitcher, Cullen Makiha.
Great seesawing game here. Both teams scoring.
Got that feel about it,
yeah. Both these teams want to win this game. A lot of feeling here.
Well, danger man up to bat now, Tamatea Hiko Smith. He goes to the first pitch. Comes off the glove of the second baseman, but tough play to be fair. And Auckland will march out to 4 runs to 2 here in the top of the second innings.
Yeah, tough play for Archie there. Didn't quite get to it.
There's earlier play. Look at gallant effort by Julie Murray at right field. If he doesn't stop that ball going down the line, it would have been an in-the-park home run for the pitcher, Cullen Makiha. So, is it double steal? So Hiko Smith now down at second base. Riley Henare now picked up a walk back in the first innings. Full swing, but it'll go foul down the left field line. 4 diamonds in action here on Championship Sunday at Starling Park for the Cameron Duncan Memorial Tournament. All the grades, under 15 boys as you see here. The other semi-final 3v4 game is going ahead, and looks like potentially that game is Waikato and North Harbour Kokowai. So the winner of that game over on Diamond 2 will play the loser of this one. You can see the last out taken, but it's not before the Aucklanders. They pile on 3 runs in the top of the second innings. They lead the ball game 4 runs to 2. Back soon.
My men are soldiers. And besides, everybody likes explosions. That's what people want to see. My men are soldiers, and the diamond is our battlefield. Softball.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here in the bottom of the second innings. North Harbour will come up to bat. Number 41 gets us underway, Fletcher Irvine, and he dispatches one to centre field. So
First pitch.
Just what the doctor ordered, T-Bone.
Yep. Oh, Fletcher's had a great day with the stick. He's really come to play today.
Just time called here. North Harbour might bring in a pinch runner. We'll soon see what they're going to do. Auckland will take the opportunity to have a little conference on the mound. Sam Thompson there, the catcher's gear on. You can see he's leading the discussion. Nick Lanigan is the head coach for North Harbour. You can see there's the roster for the under-17 boys. Head coach Lyndon Andrew, Paul Rice, Jay Jackson the manager, and the scorer TBA. Do you know who TBA is?
No. Sounds like an airline.
You beauty. Back to the action now. And it'll be Ben Butler. He'll come in, the starting shortstop.
Benny's an accomplished baseball player. He plays... Oh, yes! Score!
And then the throw gets away here on the slide into second base. And North Harbour will convert that into a run here in the bottom of the second innings. 4 runs to 3. So was a runner came in there. I thought that was number 60. Oh no, 68.
Joe Ash, was it?
Ah, yes. So Fletcher Irvine was a DP, and so Archie Jew, who's been DP, came in to run. It's a good move by head coach Lanigan.
Yep. Not sure of the count, but I know there's at least 1 strike.
So Ben Butler continues in the batter's box here.
Yeah, we've got a ding-dong battle going on here.
We sure do indeed. Ding-dong battle. Oh, someone said it's copyrighted. What's going on? Here's the North Harbour boys in the dugout. They got smiles on their dials. And, of course, they had a big day yesterday. Terrence ran the table undefeated. Puts them in the semi-final in the number 1 spot.
Yeah, they had a really good day at the park yesterday. You know, they played the other Harbour team. Harbour's fortunate enough to have 2 teams in this competition. which is really, really good. Some pretty good coaching there too.
Really important too, I think, Terence, as Kalis Landon steps in to go to work. Off goes Butler. This throw gets a little wayward as well. Not far enough, though, for Butler advance from second. So second stolen base in the second innings here by North Harbour. But we were just saying, really important that the associations, if you can, to field a development side of these grades, because you just expand the scope of players that are getting that extra level, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yesterday we saw the emergence of a couple of players in that Kokowai team too. So, you know, there's some really good things happening, and when those players get given an opportunity, they grow a little bit. And of course, tournaments are different to, you know, club softball.
And kids, it's all slow roller. This is a tough play for the pitcher. Good transfer, gets the job done at first base.
Yeah, bit of a shame there's no base umpire for this game. Yeah, that's a real shame.
They did have a little bit today. They've updated the draw. They've congested it a little bit. So we'll no longer have the 3:15 time slot. They congested it into finishing at 1:15 today, which will be the under-15 boys grand final. See, here's the third baseman. Told you to wait for him to come up. Andy Lee here.
Yeah, Andy's a great player, great attitude, loves ball. He's another accomplished baseball player. You know, but what he lacks in stature, he definitely delivers in heart and spirit. Good team man. Yeah, just a great kid all round, really. Known him for quite a lot of years. You know, playing baseball against my son. He takes his hacks. He works on his game, and he's just a nice kid.
I only saw him for the first time myself this year, and I tell you what, it didn't take long before he became a favourite for me in the game. That's for sure. Pitch on the outside edge is just off, and when I say just, I mean just off. So runner in the scoring position at third base here. And Ben Butler, 60 feet away, the tying run of the ball game. That's too low. Lee's like, nope.
Yeah, he knows what's going on.
Ready to go now.
Yeah, had a boy.
And there's the hack you talk about, don't you? He's not afraid to swing the lumber, that's for sure.
No.
This one outside, he'll pick up the walk and head down to first base, does Lee. So a single to centre field, a walk, a ground out to the pitcher, and then another walk here is the situation so far, as North Harbour's got him cornered with Riley Cotton up to bat, the pitcher. Drove one, it's a centre field, his first at bat. Shows bunt, pulls back, and Lee is down to second base unopposed. So two runners in scoring position now for the hitter, Cotton.
Yeah, Riley's having a good season with the stick. You know, for a 14-year-old boy, he's hitting the ball really, really well. He's playing outside, you know, above his age, really.
This one outside, and just not quite far enough for Butler to sneak in from third base. You see the advice given by Coach Lanigan down there.
Yeah, it'd be really good if they started exploding off the base, so give themselves a chance to actually score on that pitch. There's been a lot of pass balls in this game, so they've got to, you know, they've got to capitalise.
From down low, might have just snuck in the zone. We'll find out from the umpire. This one will just get him in the foot, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, the bases are juiced.
Junie Lee Murray up, oh my goodness. If we see something here, get ready, people.
Anything can happen.
There's going to be a show.
Toe tapping Junie Lee Murray, starting right fielder for North Harbour.
He swings at the first pitch.
Slow roller, try and go home to get the out.
Safe.
It's a force play.
He's safe. He beat the throw.
Just waiting for the call from the umpire. It looks like the out is taken, so they just nabbed him before they got home. A bang play at home plate, and the first baseman for Auckland, heads up play, Tui Fasia. So you'll see here on the slow-mo.
Yeah, just letting the viewers know here I'm a North Harbour supporter. So I'm only looking at the game with one eye.
Here we go.
Safe. Well, aroha mai whaia.
Well, I guess the super slow-mo doesn't tell a lie, does it? And it is still a one-run ball game to Auckland here. 1-1 the count now.
Aroha mai.
On the batter here, Nathaniel Dixon. This one to the screen. Lee advances. Hot box maybe.
Get back.
Still there. Now the chase ensues. Coming home, and Lee is tagged out. Defensively, Auckland here in the bottom of the second innings. Outstanding 2 plays to get them out of the bases loaded jam, Terence.
Yeah, really unfortunate. He got caught there and didn't actually go back. But yeah, look, that's softball. These guys are putting it all out on the field, and you know you got to throw caution to the wind, I guess. You know, and he backs himself. I love that about this kid. He backs himself, and he thought he could make it.
Trying to prompt the throw there.
Yep.
Tempt him. Come on, come at me. Come at me. Okay, I will then. And then the race is on. It's a foot race to home plate. Lee puts the afterburners on, and good defensive play from Auckland, though, to tag him out covering at home plate. And again, a bang play coming home, and before you can say safe, we're all done through to complete.
You better take these replays off.
It is Auckland leading 4 runs to 3. Welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the third innings. Got a real ding-dong battle going on here. It is North Harbour taking on Auckland in the major semi-final here. Winner will go straight through to the grand final. That one's scheduled for 1:15 today. 1:45 today. Coming up after this will be the under-17 boys grand final. Auckland are through to that final. Over on Diamond 2 at the moment, Franklin taking on North Harbour. The winner of that will face Auckland.
Do we know how that game's going, Chop?
No, just underway over there. We might try and get an update for you. I know Franklin played North Harbour already this morning. Run out victors 6 runs to 1 in that earlier match. So they're going to double up against each other now to see who can get to the grand final against Auckland. Walk issued here back on Hooper Field, Diamond 1 to Ashton Nisbet into the ball game for Auckland. I think he came in for Riley Grace. We'll keep an eye on that for you, their substitutions. I think this is Tiara Lee batting now.
He went at that.
Yep, it is indeed Tiara Lee. So it was Riley Grace who came out of the ball game, and Ashton Nisbet came in to lead off this third innings.
Oh, she's called it a ball, so we're watching different games here.
Okay. balls to the left hand, strikes to the right hand. We'll just go with those ones.
Yeah, maybe I should wait. Yeah.
There's Nisbet down at third base now, 60 feet away. Auckland trying to pick up another run. They lead by one. This one off the glove. And he'll come home to Nisbet. That's all the invitation he needed, and Auckland will go up another here, 5 runs to 3.
Yeah, I think it's time for the boys to kind of settle down a little bit, and this is what it's all about, being sharp for those moments. And a couple of players looking a little tired, maybe.
How many games did they play yesterday, Terence?
I only played 3 yesterday.
Right, okay. Yep. So 2-game schedule for them today, of course. Win this one, you're through to the grand final. Lose it, you play the other semi, and then the grand final at 1:45. So could be, for one of these teams, play 3 games today, back to back to back.
Yeah, Ironman softball.
Yeah.
That's what coming through the, what's it called? I've got an affectionate name for it, but the losers bracket. Yeah.
Right. Second chance, Charlie. This one to second base, and he'll make the throw over in time. Ben, looks like he might have had a slight change defensively pattern for North Harbour. Looks like Ben Butler slid over to...
No, it's the same, isn't it? Yep.
Oh, Archie Dew, my apologies. Yeah, it is Archie Dew still at second base.
Yep.
Batting now for Auckland is the centre fielder, Murunga. Real athletic young man. Drop ball's good though on this pitch.
I think it's 2 strikes. I keep missing what the umpire's doing. There we go, 1-1. Kia ora whaia.
Kia ora whaia. This one's down low.
Got it.
So two balls, 1 strike. You can see with our high definition camera from centre field, you can see at the bottom of the screen there the heat coming off the field. Now that's something to be aware of today. This AstroTurf or Tiger Turf they've got out here, Terence, it's got that black granule rubber that kind of holds it all together. That can heat up in the sun. Yeah,
it gets hot. Gets hot on that stuff. You lose a couple of kgs running around on that stuff all day.
I think if you're playing, in this case, 3 games of the day, and this one up the middle, Dew's going to range over and make a great play, the second baseman for North Harbour.
Yeah, nice play from Archie Dew there.
Up to bat now is the first baseman, Tui Faisa.
Here's the replay. Backhands it.
Sure-footed, good footwork, nice work by Archie Dew. Drop ball on the outside corner is good. Yeah, one of the things to get used to, I mean, the fantastic thing with Tiger Turf is it can hose down and you can start playing in like 3 minutes once the rain stops. The upside, or the other side to it, is when it's incredibly hot. That rubber granule gets very, very warm. And then if you're out there for a long period of time, your shoes start to boil tight. You know, your feet in your shoes. So you've got to be very aware of it, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of games played on turf these days in Aotearoa.
Yeah.
And because we live in the tropics.
Straight back to Cotton.
That'll be 3 down.
Care of that one. So Auckland will grab another run though as Ashton Nisbet comes in, picks up the walk, steals a couple of bases and comes home on the pass ball. 5 runs to 3. It is Auckland leading North Harbour.
My name is Cameron Duncan, hospital number DFK 6498. So I made myself a team, and I was to be the coach. I knocked on every door with a ball outside in the yard, every youthful prospect in the neighborhood, and I held the postcard close to the man who would make it all worthwhile, the legendary Kevin Herlihy, the man who could throw the fastest projectile on the planet, the 220-kilometre fastball that would win me my championship.
I'm sorry, I must have the wrong house. I was looking for Kevin Herlihy.
No, you're at the right house.
You don't look like the guy in the picture.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and it is the pitchers can be dominating in this game. In this case, it'll be young Lyric Cullen Makiha will continue on the hill here for Auckland. Of course, Kevin Herlihy, we just saw in that last video with Cameron Duncan. Kevin Herlihy, renowned for being a great pitcher coming out of New Zealand, the Waikato region.
Yeah.
And the legend is he threw a pitch at 150 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. I don't know how they measured speed back in those days, but I was really, really fortunate to be coached by Kevin and got to watch him play at the end of his career too. So yeah, he was one of New Zealand's greatest pitchers ever. He's known all around the world, especially in that 60s and 70s era where he dominated the game, dominated in America. And I've actually got his book at home and I've read it. And yeah, Striking Out.
Is that what it's called?
Yep, it's called Striking Out. And it talks about his life and some of the things that, had transpired in his life and changed his path in the world. But what a fantastic man for doing that. And it's our first out. But yeah, Sticks was a great chap. Great chap. And yeah, he did dominate.
Kevin Herlihy, one of the great pitchers from New Zealand. And also, as you saw there, featured as part of the cast of the Strike Zone movie created by Cameron Duncan. Also, we might play today if we can fit it in somewhere as Solomon Hibbert will come into bat here, the first baseman for North Harbour. There was a tribute and Kevin Herlihy spoke at Cameron's funeral back in 2003 and he said Cameron's catchphrase, no regrets, and he said, I only have one regret. And everyone was kind of taken aback when he said that because he wasn't really a regret type of person. He does things. And he says, the only regret is I'll never get to see Cameron play for the Black Sox because he believed he could get there. Ground ball up the middle, shortstop's good, gets that one over in time. So quick 2 outs here for North Harbour in the bottom of the third innings.
Yeah, I'd like to see the runner from North Harbour going a little bit harder all the way to the base. Maybe we'll talk about it in the car ride home.
Don't, you're not allowed to do that these days.
No, I know, look at that.
You're right there, it doesn't quite get there in time, does Hibbert. And that'll bring up the catch now, Asher Manu. Just got another story about Kevin Herlihy. I went to his funeral, and I actually never had the pleasure of meeting him personally before my time in the game. And anyway, Mike Walsh, Black Sox coach at the time when Herlihy was playing, he got up to speak at the podium at the funeral, and he talked about visiting him one weekend in Hamilton. And it was just prior to Herlihy going over to America to play in one of the winters. And he said, oh, good to see you, Mike, but look, I was just about to go for a run, if you don't mind, because he needs to get himself ready to go. He goes, oh, I'll come for a run with you. Anyway, so off they go, start running down the road. And then they kept on going and going. And before too long, that pitch on the outside edge is good. So 1-2-3 innings here, the top of the fourth inning. Score will remain 5 runs to 3. And I'll just finish that story before we cut away. And they're running and running for such a long period of time. By this time, Mike's thinking, and so Mike Walsh is thinking, if we don't turn around, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back. And Kevin's going, and he says to him, mate, so how far do you run? And he goes, you know what, Mike? For me to get ready to pitch, I know the first thing I move is my legs and my pitching mechanics, and so they need to be right. And they ran for hours, man. And that he learnt something about Kevin Herlihy right there. Prepares himself the right way. Yeah,
I think there's not a lot of pitchers will do that type of work these days here in New Zealand. I mean, I'm not sure how many kilometres Jack Bearsgrove runs or Diaz or any of the top line pitchers at this point. There are, of course, other things you can do to strengthen your legs and condition yourself, but that aerobic fitness,
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they played 20-inning games back in the day, you know, because they could. Now that would kill somebody.
Running that long too would also build your mental toughness too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that's a big part of pitching, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's something I got into when I lived in Hawke's Bay with Max, when I went like that. And sorry, no one can see that, but
You're just
but
narrowing your hands together.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
front of you.
So I trimmed down. I trimmed down a lot because I started running, and I really got to enjoy it. And we were really competitive, so we egged each other on, and before you knew it, we could run for half an hour in a 3/4 sprint, and yeah, then I got told off for losing on my trip muscle.
Well, there you go. You're pitching insight here from Terence Hibbert, joining us in the booth for the semi-final matchup under 15 boys division of the Cameron Duncan here. Top of the fourth innings, Auckland will send up Benjamin Torpia. He'll be followed by Sam Thompson and Lyric Cullen Makiha. 1, 2 and 3. Lead by 2 runs at this point.
Yeah, tail of the order here. What's our count, Blue?
Torpia picked up a walk in his first at bat. He was back in the second innings.
Right there. Doosh.
That one comes through and takes care of business. So one away here. You see Andy Lee watching on the form of his starting pitcher, Riley Cotton. Top of the shot, Sam Thompson there. First pitch down Main Street.
Nice pitch. It's a good spot from Riley Cotton here. You know, as long as they keep them within a couple, they've got a chance.
Of course, great to have you along here for these live images from Starling Ballpark here on Championship Sunday of the Cameron Duncan. Brought to you by Beyond the Dugout, broadcasting in conjunction with Broadcast Arts. Supported by our friends at Atiawa Toa FM and Swift Construction Hire. Thank you to all of our partners to make these live streaming free to air across the Motu and Aotearoa, New Zealand. It's a real privilege to bring that to you.
Must be 3-1.
This one comes through and a little foul tip into the glove, or a hit by pitch. No, a foul ball. Look, he's coming back. Yeah. Full count now, I believe.
Yeah, it's a difficult spot where we're sitting, ladies and gentlemen. We can't actually see the batter's box, so I'm looking at the camera trying to tell you what the balls and strikes are. So my apologies.
Luckily, we've got the director in the house, Maddie Jordan, the big dog, switching the camera angles for us today. Got Kite up on the lift, high above first base. Camera operator Troy Duncan manning the camera low down at first base today. And Reese Duncan, the father of Cameron, since his memorial tournament. He's on the roving camera round about home plate, moves around a little bit for us, bringing us the live action shots, the super slow-mos that you see coming in. And of course, running the ship here today, and as always, the IT guru, that is Adrian Royal.
Right there.
Good pitch, and right there and then the starts, the chainsaw behind the dish there, the umpire. So Thompson doesn't go down on strikes very often, does this time?
No.
Lyric Cullen Makiha now. First pitch, punches it to the right side. It's a foot race to first base. And he will get there. And now try to take second.
Oh, come on.
It's not covering that throw into first base. So they'll have a runner in scoring position. Spirited on by Terence Hibbert here in the booth. There's that strikeout pitch. Start the chainsaw. Cut that lump down.
Yeah, it's just, you know, that's the bit these guys are learning. They'll learn from these mistakes.
I think that's the cool part of this, of these opportunities. Whether it be a club tournament or a rep tournament, every innings these young men or ladies get to play this great game of softball. They just get better and better, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, hopefully, I don't offend anybody with what I have to say about that. But you know, that's where you learn. You know, that's how you learn.
This kid's got big raps for sure.
Yep.
Tamatea Hiko Smith 2 from 2 today. A hit to centre field and a hit through second base. Drove in a run. His first 2 at-bats here in the semi-final. Inside set. In on the hands, and he'll pull that through the 5-6 hole. Here goes Smith.
Throw him out.
Turning the corner, the throw into the plate. And he is safe. Hiko Smith drives in his second run of the ball game and the 6th for Auckland.
Yeah, it was a nice hit. You know, Andy got a tip to it at third base there. They just couldn't get it in time.
It's right in the wheelhouse. They set up inside and maybe leaked in a little bit. Hiko Smith just turned on it like a dime, didn't he? Riley Hanari now. He'll punch the first one to right field. Journey Lee up with a throw, trying to get him at first base. Doesn't quite get there.
Yeah, and same play as the first one, and that time the catcher was backing up. So I guess he learnt that lesson. Fair play to you, Ashap.
Learning every pitch. So runners in the corners now for Auckland. 2 away here in the top of the 4th innings.
Runner down to 2.
Back-to-back strikeouts, and then 3 hits in a row here from Auckland as they've woken up the bats again in the 4th innings. So out swing.
Oh, Solomon.
But covered nicely. The second baseman, Jew. And was it a foul ball, maybe? Yeah, it is indeed. He's going to come back and
Yeah,
reset.
it has to be. There was 3 down.
Yeah. So no balls and 2 strikes to count now on. Looks like Riley Grace is back into the ball game. He has re-entered and he will go down on strikes. That'll do the last out, but not before Hiko Smith will drive in an insurance run for Auckland, and they lead the ball game now 6 runs to 3. Bottom of the 4th coming up next.
That's dirty. Oh man.
My name is Cameron Duncan, hospital number DFK 6498.
Everywhere.
Gotta keep the phone calls to a minimum. But yeah.
Well, we're gonna sell some posters with U15s.
Blown up picture of me, right next to it.
Yeah. If you want to buy one, that's fine.
How much are they?
They are. How much are these, man?
I can't do that $2
$8
kiss
or
thing.
something.
I can't do
Yeah, we're selling them.
You're selling
Yeah.
You're selling my boyfriend.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's gonna be the new pup.
Are you gonna do that? Are you really gonna do that though?
Yeah, man.
You're kidding me?
No.
Oh. What? Are you serious?
That's for sale. Do not use the
Awesome, mate.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 4th innings here. Real good semi-final matchup between Auckland and North Harbour. You see on the scoreboard, Auckland leading 6 runs to 3. They scored 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third, and 1 in the 4th. So every innings Auckland has capitalised. North Harbour have replied with 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and now here they are in the 4th innings. And looks like it'll be leading off the bat
Fletcher
here.
Irvine.
Here's Fletcher.
Yep. He's had a good day with the stick, as we said. Got a good hit in the first inning there. And hit really well in the last game.
Irvine will be followed by the shortstop Ben Butler and left fielder Kalis Langdon. 1, 2 and 3 here for North Harbour, trailing by 3. Let's have a bit of fun, ladies and gentlemen, those who've tuned in. Actually do a couple of things here. Do us a favour. We want to share the rangatahi sport around the country as much as possible. At the bottom of your screen or your phone or tablet or whatever you're watching on today, there's a share button. I want you to share the broadcast so we can send these kids around the country. And then I want you to tell us where you're watching from. I see Andrew Chartley's tuned in from the sunny Mount Maunganui, getting ready for the Christmas holidays, obviously.
Cut Fletch staying in there.
Ryan Love tuned in as well. Elena Talbot enjoying the game.
Ryan's probably sitting on top of the satellite.
Yeah. Good to
Love
have
you, Rhino.
my good old friend George Nartana has tuned in today. And of course, the Nartana family are very strongly representative. Morgan playing in the North Harbour 17 match semi-final over on Diamond 2 at the moment.
Good on you, mate. Dialed in.
There's Irvine. Patiently waits out a walk and he'll head down to first base here in the bottom of the fourth innings. That's what North Harbour need. A bit of composure here, don't they?
They need base runners, clearly. Once they get a few runners on base, I think, because the pitches come good. They were missing quite a few pitches early on in the game. He seems to have found his groove.
Look at the leadership by the catch of the end. See him talking in that huddle, young Sam Thompson. He's obviously, that's his style, leading, isn't it?
Yeah, well, his dad being such a prominent player and an amazing catcher, I think in terms of catching, I think Horse he won the most club nationals of any catcher in New Zealand. He's the only one not to play for New Zealand, which is, strange. But yeah, he does do really, really, really well. He's been, and his dad was he was a really good coach as well, and not a forceful coach. He was, talked very gently and. But always told the truth, and I think that's
his dad taken way too early, unfortunately. Very sad affair there in his passing, but he's left a legacy behind. Young Sam, what a young player he is.
Well, and Georgia's also catching for Auckland, so brother and sister catching for Auckland in their age group. So, that says a lot about the legacy that their dad's left behind. Of course, supported by their mum, Emma, too.
So pinch runner in for Irvine at first base. Oh, actually, it'll be that move again because he's a DP, so Archie Dew will come in to run, starting second baseman. So just a positional change, if you call it.
Yep.
Often running on the pitch and it fouls back to the screen. So Dew's getting his steps in.
Yep, and I think after what happened in that first inning where the shortstop didn't quite get there in time, I think, and then the ball went to the fence and we scored a run. And North Harbour scored a run, so.
There's that one almost come into your living room right there, didn't it? Foul tip to their home plate camera. Ben Butler to get North Harbour closer in this match. 3 runs the difference here in the top of the fourth innings. Off and running on the pitch this time. And the throw is a laser beam from Sam Thompson. What an out.
Got a slide, buddy. Got a slide.
Here's the slow-mo, Terence. What do you say about this throw?
Great throw for Sam Thompson. Shortstop got across nice and easy. He's standing there waiting for it. Didn't slide.
Just missed the end of it. Dew going into second base. You're right there, Terence. But, boy, that's a powerful arm by Sam Thompson behind the dish.
Yeah.
So, one away here now. In the bottom of the fourth innings. And he just rears back. Here's the replay of that throw. Just powerful. And bang, bang. Maybe even with the slide would have been tough to get there anyway. But boy, oh boy.
Yep.
I don't know what he had for breakfast, young Sam Thompson, but it's wheat picks in his right arm, that's for sure.
Yeah. And he's caught, a lot of games for the under-17s as well. So, Yeah. He's an Iron Man softballer.
Out again. There's his leadership skills. So
He's a thinker of the game.
isn't he?
Yep.
You can see that he brings more than just his own physical attributes to the match, doesn't he?
Absolutely. He puts 100% into everything he does, young Sam. Great kid. Known him since nappies.
Well, back to the action here as Kalis Landon steps back in to go to work. This one outside. Of course, remember this is a major semi-final, so the loser of this one will go on to play the winner of Waikato and North Harbour Kokowai. I believe that semi-final will move to Diamond 2 because the under-17 boys grand final is coming up next. Inside out swing from Landon. The dive from Torpia is beauty.
Nice play.
Benjamin Torpia with the range and the courage. And he's the first one to the dugout as well.
Great play from little Torps there.
Well, they say defence wins championships, and at the moment, Auckland's put in some pretty good defence here in the semi-final. 6 runs to 3. Top of the 5th coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we've got ourselves a good one in the major semi-final. First pitch swinging for Auckland. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 5th innings. Auckland with a 3-run margin here as we get late into the match. Terence, from North Harbour's perspective now, looking at this game, what do they need to do in the 5th innings to give themselves a chance to try and make a comeback win in the bottom?
Oh, they've got to make their plays, be ready for their moments. Riley's got to...
This one up the middle.
Yeah, they just have to be ready for their moments, really. Riley's got to come in, throw strikes. Auckland's proved they're going to move the ball, and they've got better at doing that as the game's gone on, and as you do get used to a pitcher. But yeah, got to communicate and pick each other up, really,
Okay, looking for good communication. Work together as a team as Moronga hits that one up the middle to be safely down at first base. So 1 runner on for Auckland here in the top of the 5th innings. Brings up to bat here the talented first baseman, Tui Faicia. Auckland putting their best foot forward here. Off and on the pitch. Jew is there from the knee. As second basemans in this match are putting on a clinic.
Yeah, look, after the first couple of plays, which he wouldn't be too happy about, to be honest, he comes up, make a great play there. So rap for him, do that. Hopefully he can, that lifts the boys a little bit, and they can pick up from there.
Well, it's been a second baseman's game today, and here comes the second baseman for Auckland, young Benjamin Torpia, as that one gets away from the catcher, so the runner will go down to third base. Look at this, from the knee, Archie Jew, what a play. This one will bend back in. So 1-1 the count now, young Torpia.
Oh, yes, he did.
Bunt. Can't quite get it on. Split grip. So he's got all the tools, does young Benjamin Torpia.
Yeah, these kids have been at the park for a long time in their lives, you know. And he makes his play.
And that one will,
Oh, she called him out for a bunt.
it looks like potentially maybe a foot outside the box or... and I think, oh, here we go. So it was a foul ball, and she's calling a bunt, not a running slap. And he will be recorded out. So North Harbour do what they needed to do first. Keep Auckland scoreless in the top of the 5th innings. They've got a chance in the bottom of the 5th.
Oh, absolutely they do. Yeah, they've got a great opportunity now. The umpire see there having a word to some of the folks behind home plate. I think those people are from Ramblers.
Kia ora to our friends at Mount Albert Ramblers. And it is Auckland leading 6-3. More action, bottom of the 5th. Can North Harbour mount a comeback? We'll find out in just a moment.
My name is Cameron Duncan, hospital number DFK 6498. Current inpatient at Starship Children's Hospital on ward. My name is Cameron Duncan, hospital number DFK 6498. Current inpatient at Starship Children's Hospital on ward 27B. Diagnosed February 15th of 2002 with osteosarcoma of the left distal femur and sentenced to 11 months solid chemotherapy, the one place where I literally became a 1 in a million.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got ourselves a brilliant game going here between Auckland and North Harbour. We are in the bottom of the 5th innings, and the top of the shop will lead off here for North Harbour. Andy Lee, followed by Riley Cotton and Journey Lee Murray. Substitutions, or should I say positional changes for Auckland here. The pitcher will come off the hill and go to left field, will Cullen Makiha. Left fielder will come in to play shortstop, that is Tiara Lee. And onto the hill now to pitch, Tamatea Hiko Smith.
Yeah, I think he's gone down a couple of balls here, but you know he's got a really hard strike zone to face in with Andy. First one to come in, it's a tough gig. As a pitcher, facing players of this type of stature, it is quite hard to establish a strike zone unless you've got that type of control. So hopefully Harbour can put a runner on first.
This one is through the bottom of the zone, so hitters count now for Lee, 3-1. Of course, our angle from centre field is just as you can probably imagine, not directly behind the pitcher, so sometimes on the screen it might look like a strike, but in fact, in that case, it's outside or full count now.
Count.
As that one clips the outside edge. So Hiko Smith continues. His relief play can't get the third strike to land, and so Lee will get that lead-off walk here for North Harbour in the bottom of the 5th innings.
Yeah, good start from Harbour. That's what they needed. Needed a runner on base.
Great to have our friends tuning in from all over the country.
Yeah, Hiko Smith will want to be careful here. Riley's one of the better hitters in the team.
Yeah, Cotton, starting pitcher for North Harbour. It's been good today with the bat. Drove a double up the middle, his first one, hit by pitch in his second at bat. Lee at first base. No running from him yet. They need 3 runs. North Harbour. They're tied up, and 4 to potentially grab the victory here today in the semi-final matchup. So a walk, back-to-back walks here for North Harbour. We'll put 2 on board as the right fielder, Journey Lee Murray, will come up to bat, and time called here by the Auckland coaches. He'll come out of the dugout for a chat.
Yeah, it's always the risk bringing in a pitcher at this part of the game who hasn't been pitching. He's come out and walked the first 2 hitters, which is clearly not what he wanted to do. And as I say, the first hitter's a hard one to face. But yeah, he's really got to settle down. He couldn't really throw anything too good, so he's pitching relatively smart, really.
Starting pitcher Lyric Cullen Makiha, and given up 3 hits in the ball game before being replaced. And of course 3 runs, 2 of those in the first innings, 1 in the third, and then 2 donuts in the third and the fourth. Third baseman right up in the grill.
Generally, Murray, he loves these types of moments. We'll see some theatrics. Should he do something exceptional here?
Free swinger.
Yeah.
Softball handbook says it's a bunt play. But Murray, it's one of those kids that can just have a spur of inspiration, can't he, when he's in the limelight.
Yep.
Just down, you see the umpire's mask signal that one. Close match here. Semi-final action. Murray off the glove of the shortstop.
Keep going.
Trying to regather, he can't regather. And now
What are you
looking to
doing?
go home.
What are you doing?
They'll go back to 2. They'll get the out at second base, but they will score a run here as Andy Lee crosses home plate.
Bit of Keystone Cops happening there.
You can see it comes off the glove of the shortstop. He then tries to pick it and flick it to third base. Ricochets. There's the regather. The runners are now caught in no man's land all over the place.
Yeah, that was a hard situation for the base runners there. The lead base runner thought, looked like he was breaking home, and then he didn't, and then he did, and then he didn't. Trying to avoid the tag.
Well, the upshot is North Harbour will score their 4th run of the ball game here. 2 runs the difference. Cotton erased on the base path. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th innings. Here's a replay of that from camera 1.
Yep. She's just gone to...
Out going back to 2, but Lee will touch home plate. That's sometimes what happens in Rangatahi youth softball, isn't it? The unexpected be expected to happen.
Yeah, well, none of these plays are second nature for them yet, Chop. They and they're only going to learn from making these types of plays and watching replays or having it replayed on the way home. Yeah. All a learning curve for everybody, and these kids are doing a great job today. It's a great game of softball, a lot of feeling, and that's what this finals ball is all about.
So, a walk issued to Nathaniel Dixon will push Jenny Lee Murray over to second now. So the 2 tying runs are on base for North Harbour. Just 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th innings. And up comes the big first baseman, Solomon Hibbert. First pitch right in the bottom of the strike zone. This one just a little bit lower this time.
Yeah, I don't think they've got the book on Solly. I'm going to be throwing him inside all day, I think.
1-1 the count now.
Well, here we go outside.
And he punches it to the right field. It's a good one from Hibbert. Rounding the bases, Murray, the play at the plate. And he will score into 3. Throws away. Here comes the tying run for North Harbour. And Solomon Hibbert gets it done here in the bottom of the 5th innings. Coming from nowhere, North Harbour. We're all locked up at 6 runs apiece.
Yeah, great hit from Solomon there. Well done, my son. But yeah, unfortunate the throw over to third base there for the first baseman got away from third base there, and it's allowed North Harbour to tie the game up.
Well, you see there's Dixon coming in for that tying run, but Hibbert on the pitch on the outside of the plate just drives it the other way. A good bit of hitting. And you want to see that from your hitters, trying to adapt to the pitch on the inside, the outside, go with the pitch and where it is. And here comes Jenny Lee Murray driving the freight train coming home, didn't he? Asher Manu now, the catcher. And out at first base of Manu, but that will allow Hibbert. And there's a replay of the two-run play here. Talk us through it, Terence.
So, yeah, it's that throw there that gets away. It was the pitcher that had the ball. Ball gets hit hard out to right field. They were going to score one run, and that second runner coming across, just they were trying to do too much, really. They should have just stayed composed.
Well, North Harbour now with the winning run 60 feet away in Hibbert. And the player who came into the ball game, I'll just check if this is Archie Jew. Yeah, so he's going to hit for himself here, Archie Jew. First hit of the ball game.
Oh, I don't know what happened to the DP.
Coach Lanigan giving Jew an opportunity.
Yes.
Outside set now. And it's a beauty by Hiko Smith, and we're all locked up here. And it looks like we'll find out how we're going for time. If time is up, we will go to tiebreaker to see who will go to the grand final. What a game, what a match. 3 runs scored in the bottom of the 5th innings. We're all locked up at
Great
6
game of
apiece.
softball.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What a game we've got going on here. Top of the 6th innings, and we're all locked up at 6 apiece between Auckland and North Harbour in the major semi-final. The winner going through to the grand final, scheduled at 1:45 p.m. here local time at Starling Ballpark, Waitakere Bears. The 2024 Cameron Duncan Memorial. Great to have you along for it, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're enjoying this morning's broadcast. It's been an outstanding game here. Some might say a ding-dong battle. However, I digress.
Means different things to different people, Chop.
Yeah. Auckland have scored in 3 of their 4 innings so far. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and 1 in the third. And 1 in the fourth. 4 of their 5 innings so far. And then North Harbour, they scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 3 in the death. In the bottom of the 5th innings to get us where we are now. Time is not up. We're not into international tiebreaker yet. So still time on the game clock. Game has moved nice and quick, Terence.
Yeah, they've kept a good tempo through the game. Oh, there's balls on base. That's unfortunate.
Sam Thompson, 4th at bat of the contest. Down to first base.
Yeah, and he's lightning quick too. He'll get across to second. No, they're going to play a little more conservative. Ball 1. You just need to calm down. Pitch and throw some strikes and see how we go. Make some plays, boys.
Must have been really close to going to tiebreaker. 10:45 start, 12:15 finish time. It's 12:17 now, so must have just snuck this innings in. Whoa! Archie Jew. Boy, oh boy, I've been impressed with the second baseman from North Harbour today.
Yeah, he's made some good plays. You know, some we wouldn't be happy about, but the last two have been really good plays from him, so fair play to Archie. Nice hit too.
So, Lyric Cullen Makiha, the first time he's been out, you can see Hibbert was happy with that play from Jew.
Yep.
This one gets away and allow the runner to go down to second base now, Thompson. As Tamatea Hiko Smith, and I tell you what, with the first base open here, tempting for the coach to put him on. This one comes through the zone. However, this is youth softball, and you know what, you want to put your players in these positions sometimes, don't you?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, it'd be good to get through straight to the final, but at the same time, it's really good for these guys to see how they battle through adversity, and that's the only time that they, you know, whatever doesn't kill us makes us stronger, really, doesn't it?
It sure does indeed. So Hiko Smith has been outstanding offensively today, 3 from 3 with 2 RBIs. Hit to centre field, hit to second base, and a hit to left field. Good battle here. Riley Cotton's gone the distance for North Harbour. They can win this one. Whoever wins it means they won't have to play the second chance semi-final. The throw to one is away, and Auckland will capitalise here. In the top of the 6 innings, they lead 7 runs to 6. Okay, Thompson coming around here. I think we'll just check here. Is it the same catcher behind the dish?
Yep. Yep. And Shimano, I'm not sure what happened over at first base. We didn't get a look at that.
They'll have a runner, Hiko Smith, down at first base now. As it'll bring up to bat Riley Hinardi. I get a feeling
a foul ball.
That run coming in from Thompson is not going to be the last run of this ball game for either team.
Yeah, we've got the tail end of the order coming up now for Harbour.
Good tight one, semi-final action. That one fouls off the glove.
Batters definitely look to hit the ball.
Just looking over on Diamond 2, North Harbour, Kokowhai taking on Waikato. They're still going, so their game must be close as well.
Yeah.
The winner of that one will play the loser of this.
Nice out.
Straight away as that pitch up top will take the strikeout. Hiko Smith will take second base at the same time.
So 2 down for Harbour now.
Riley Grace was the original batter here, but then Ashton Nisbet came in. Grace came back in, so should be Grace up to bat now. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hit. It is indeed, and Tyson Van Dyken will come in to hit, number 5 for Auckland. Got a chance to catch up with his mum earlier today. Wasn't too sure of the pronunciation of his last name. There he goes. It's nice and easy, Chopper. Dyken.
Duncan.
Kia ora.
Right.
Tyson Van Dyken now. This one fouls off.
So driver's seat now. Good to throw nothing too good to the hitter here. Definitely in the driver's seat.
Hiko Smith watching on from second base. There's a rise ball out wide, and Hiko Smith will take that invitation down to 3. Great to have you along tuned in for this major semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. This one off the glove, a chance for Auckland to capitalise, and they will. Hiko Smith with a Superman dive into home plate, and just like that, in a blink of an eye, they've played to 2 runs now, 8 runs to 6. And Hiko Smith putting his hand up high to be the MVP of this one. Been on base every time.
He's a tough out.
And Duncan continues in the batter's box here for Auckland. Fouls this one off.
Good cut.
Saw a lot of his play yesterday, Van Dyken. He'll start off the bench in this one, looking to inject himself into the action. Hard hit ball. Pitcher regathers, and over in time for the third out, but not before Auckland. They pile on 2 more runs here. They take a lead going into the bottom of the 6th. Will that be enough? We'll find out when we come back. Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here. We've got ourselves a good one in the major semi-final. 8 runs to 6. Auckland pick up 2 runs in the top of the 6th innings. Now they'll try and defend it to run out victors here and go straight through to the grand final scheduled today at 1:45. As the shortstop who came in relief pitching, Tamatea Hiko Smith, continues to work on the hill here for Auckland. And the lead-off batter for North Harbour will pick up a walk and head down to the first base. So that's Ben Butler here. Tight match. It's been a good one for sure. And time called here is Sam Thompson will go to have a chat while his coach comes in too. Looks like they made a positional change in the field too. We'll try and pick that up for you and give it to you as we see it out on the field. Looks like a new left fielder, number 6 is coming into the ball game. Alex Jackson to left field, so stiffening up the defence, I think.
Auckland just looking to calm things down a little bit with that first runner going down. Straight 4 pitches. Good job from Butler there.
And it looks like staying in the ball game is Tyson Van Dyken. He's over at third base. Shape of a bunt. Van Dyken crashes in. The throw to 2.
Oh, she's
And safe. The foot in there first. Bang, bang play at second base. You'll see here on the slow-mo, Terence.
yeah, Benjamin Butler getting down there nice and quick. Yeah, he's in.
Just a glove on the top of the base. No, they're trying to get to 3. Butler, and he does. 2 stolen bases by Benjamin Butler here in the bottom of the 6th innings.
Yeah, good job in the box here from Kalius. Obviously great running from Benjamin Butler to get himself over to 3.
Looks like we have another defensive substitution here. The shortstop, Tiara Lee, has come out of the ball game. Into the game is Lennon King, shirt number 1 at shortstop now. Auckland. This one outside to the left fielder for North Harbour, Callius Langdon. Butler, 60 feet away. They need 2 runs here, North Harbour, to tie it up. Hard hit ball straight into the glove, though, the first baseman, and Butler is weary. Back to third base in time.
Yeah, good heads up running there from Benjamin Butler. Nice play at first base too. That ball's hit pretty hard straight at him. It's either he catch it or get hit by it.
So another good defensive play here by Auckland. Pulled off some pretty good ones today at a loaded bases situation earlier in the match. They diffused with a couple of very good defensive plays. In general, will be happy with their body of work today, that's for sure. Andy Lee now, third baseman for North Harbour, steps in. His 4th at-bat of the contest, bottom of the 6th innings, 1 away. Time has elapsed here on the game clock.
Great cut there.
North Harbour need 2 runs to lock it up. 3 to walk it off here in the bottom of the 6th inning, straight into the grand final. Auckland, a double play away. Pitch is close. Tino Tata, very close, just above the zone.
Good eye from Andy there.
There's Butler down at third base. Lee poised and ready in the batter's box. Bat wiggle, ready to go. Punches it up the middle. It'll sneak through. And just like that, in a blink of an eye, North Harbour's within 1.
Great hitting from little Andy Lee there. Worked himself a good hitters count and got himself a base hit when it mattered. Fair play to you, mate. Well done.
You mentioned T-Bone. He takes his hacks when needed and hacked that one right up the middle there to drive in Butler from third base.
Yeah, Riley Cotton got an opportunity to tie his game up here and maybe even go ahead. So he's been known to hit the long ball from time to time.
Been on base all 3 times today is Cotton. Led off with a double to centre field in the first innings, hit by pitch in his second at bat, and a walk from 4 straight balls off Hiko Smith in his third. This one down low.
Good eye there. I mean, regardless of the outcome here, both teams have represented their province really well and themselves, their families, their clubs. Great game of softball.
It looks like they're all finished up on Diamond 2. And from my viewing, it looks like North Harbour's Kokowai team has won that game against Waikato, so they'll wait the loser of this one to transfer over for the second chance semi-final. Cotton, the third base, off the glove. He'll be safe, and North Harbour with 2 ducks on the pond here in the bottom of the 6th innings.
What a game. Jenny Lee Murray here. Chance to tie it up.
Man of the moment. Drove one off the glove of the shortstop to start that 3-run bottom of the 5th innings to lock this game up at 6 apiece. Now an opportunity again for the right fielder for North Harbour. Big swing. One hand finish. That's the Jenny Lee Murray style.
He's definitely got his own style.
He does. Hiko Smith leans back. Here comes the 1-1. This one's up, it's deep, it's going, one bounce, and over the fence from Jenny Lee Murray. And that'll tie this one up, but for Auckland, that was beneficial because they would have played it at least 2 runs on that shot.
What a great hit from Jenny. Great to see him doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, can't really say enough for him, but let's put runners on 2 and 3 for Harbour. Only 1 down.
Hands up, wave them like you just don't care at centre field. It's a ground rule double from Jenny Lee Murray. Locks this puppy up in the bottom of the 6th innings here. What a strike from the right fielder.
Yeah, it was a great hit. I mean, it's a tough place to play to play a lefty. Yeah, great hit.
You see Murray was racing around the diamond too. Might have even got himself an in the Parker. So the opportunity now rests with the centre fielder, Nathaniel Dixon. Been on base twice today. Drove in a run in the first innings. Shows bunt, squeeze play. North Harbour will win the semi-final and go on to the show here on a squeeze play. Wait a minute, let me check. He is out coming home on a bang-bang play. Wow, Nathaniel Dixon charging in. Oh no, he did score.
Yeah,
apologies, he did score. We saw it happen. The squeeze play works, so a master stroke from the head coach from North Harbour, Nick Lanigan. Dixon puts it down. The runner is off to the races. Superman dive, tag, no secure of the ball, and North Harbour will win it here. 9 runs to 8 at the bottom of the 6th. T-Bone, what do you say?
Oh, look, that's, as a parent, as a dad, as a softball lover, that's the kind of softball you want to see. That's a great call. Squeeze play to squeeze that run in. And one of our fastest base runners on base. I'd be surprised if we didn't see Auckland back here and these two teams facing off again. But yeah, fantastic game of softball. Can't say enough. There are a lot of big moments there from both sides that these guys can take away and feel really good about.
Well, indeed. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. Trailing by 3 in the bottom of the 5th innings, North Harbour. They plate 3 runs to send it to the 6th innings. Trailing by 2 in the bottom of the 6th innings. Junie Lee Murray almost goes yard. Then the squeeze play from Dixon and Coach Lanigan get it done for North Harbour. They're off to the grand final, and that'll be at 1:45. Face the winner of Auckland versus North Harbour Kokowai. We'll find out who that is later. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, what a game. What a game. The under-17 boys grand final, Auckland, and we'll find out the winner of North Harbour and Franklin. They're still playing on Diamond 2. That'll be coming up for you next. It was scheduled for 12:15. Of course, it's already 12:30. We don't have the Millennium Falcon or whatever to go back in time. But it's all coming up. Don't go anywhere. Ballpark Broadcasting, Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. Broadcast Arts, Atiawa Toa FM, and Swift Construction Hire. Got all the live action here from Starling Park. What a game. Cameron Duncan, semi-final. Harbour through to the grand final.
A couple of things I say about Cameron. One, he was real. He had some really simple messages. His messages such as no regrets, and his talent, his enthusiasm for life, and clearly he had some serious challenges.
Which is what brings me here. My name is Cameron Duncan, hospital number DFK 6498. Current inpatient at Starship Children's Hospital on Ward 27B. Diagnosed February 15th of 2002 with osteosarcoma of the left distal femur and sentenced to 11 months solid chemotherapy, the one place where I literally became a 1 in a million.
If we were to draw a picture of what someone would look like who plays for the Black Sox, I'd draw Cameron. I'd draw someone with an enormous heart. I'd draw someone with great hands, with ears, with big eyes, who could see the world, who could hear the world, and with just a very small mouth. Someone who doesn't talk about what they're going to do, someone who goes out there and actually does it.
Softball is the game of life to me. There's something about the gracefulness of it all that makes it the greatest game on earth.
We felt that Cameron typified everything that what the Black Sox are all about. So we wanted to present him with a playing jersey that we believe he would have earned in his own right had it not been for his illness. We get the guys typically to choose their playing uniforms, and we'd looked through a bit of the old footage and we'd found out that Cameron seemed to like wearing number 41, so we figured that was Cameron's number, so that's the playing number that he got. I've met over the years many inspirational New Zealanders, but no one touched me the way Cameron did. He had the biggest battle that you can possibly have in life. Was there any hint of why me? Was there any hint of this isn't fair? Cameron's simple message is about no regrets. It's about let's not worry about things that you can't control. Let's just get out there and do what you can with what you've got.
And Brock Williams takes the final out of the game. Auckland run out winners. 5 runs to 4.
Tournament team pitches Cameron Duncan, the best and fairest player in the tournament. He hails from Auckland. Cameron Duncan to present top pitcher to Aucklander Cameron Duncan.
Cameron was told on the Friday that his tumour was cancerous and would have to operate if they had any chance of saving his leg and replace a large section of bone with a titanium rod.
He decided that morning, the next day on the Saturday, that he was going to play his last game for Bears. The doctors warned him not to play because if he injured his leg any more than he had, he would have to have it completely amputated. He decided he was going to play because the love of the game just drew him to it. He wanted them to play with their hearts and play a normal game like an everyday thing, not having any sympathy. They ended up winning the game, so that was good.
And then on the Saturday he got a ring from Max Moati, and Max said, did Cameron want to play for the under-19s against Japan on Sunday? Well, you didn't have to twist Cameron's arm very much to get him to say yes. And they gave him 1 innings and he pitched a perfect game. He struck out 1 player and the other 2 grounded out. Cameron went in and had his titanium rod put in his leg. He had told the doctor if he could play again he would love to, and Mike Hanlon, his surgeon, had said he'd put a little bit extra glue into his knee joint. Cameron, being Cameron, got an opportunity in the under-17 national tournament, and Southland picked him up. And he just really enjoyed getting out on the field again after 3/4 of a year of chemotherapy.
Watched him one day as he was walking in the park actually, and I could see the smile on his face when he knew he was going to have a game of softball. And he was walking across the field on his own, going to join up with the guys from Southland, and I could see the smile, and that's the sort of stuff that reminds me of myself when I got a chance to play. And to say that he had the X factor, it's undoubted that he had the X factor to be an achiever at whatever he did, but also that desire to perform and to be a person that's out in the forefront. And so I saw a little bit of someone like myself when I was a young guy and had opportunities like him.
And I went past Rosedale Park and popped in and had a look, and I saw Southland play. I saw they were playing Wellington, and I saw Cameron sort of going across there. Clearly he was limping. Wellington started bunting on him, which I thought was a little bit tough, but that's the nature of Cameron as well. Probably if I was Cameron, I would have plonked 1 or 2 of them. That's to say, hit the ball, don't try and bunt on me. But he just got out there and he played. He didn't care that he had some serious dramas with his leg and that restricted his mobility. He knew that he had 2 good arms, he had 1 good leg, and he had this enormous heart. And he just went out there and played. And that's, again, all you can ask for.
Yeah, his desire and his grit meant that he was out there playing, and understand he was one of the top 3 or 4 pitchers at the tournament. So, again, that's how the sort of guy that he was.
Cam made a movie, Strike Zone, which was pretty much a Zocco on his life for the love of the game of softball and also his cancer. He was given 2 months to live before he made it. He made Strike Zone just for his passion, pretty much. He loves filmmaking and he loves softball, so 2 passions in one. Cam had this massive passion for the game, so for his movie he decided he wanted proper softballers, like the Black Sox, Kevin Hurley, who has passed away now, a legendary softball pitcher. A couple of his mates that he's grown up with playing softball.
I'm sorry, I must have the wrong house. I was looking for Kevin Hurley.
No, you're at the right house.
So in the end he surrounded himself with all of his softball heroes.
We became good friends, and I signed him up as pitching coach. And for the record, it was only 150 kilometres. It got faster as the myth grew. And so, my team was complete.
I'd never been involved in the movies before, and making Cameron's movie was something pretty special. In a lot of respects, it was an insight as to Cameron's life and how much he had fitted into the short time that he was with us. I often, during the making of the movie, would just sort of sit back and watch him work, and to see how composed he was at such a young age, and I guess to relate that to the sports field, composure is everything under pressure. I'd quite often look at him and just take something out of the way he acted, and also to, I guess, look forward at him and how he would be as a pitcher for the Black Sox on the mound. I mean, he'd just be have steely nerves. He's just going to be would have been one of those guys. I'd just like to say that this whole team, particularly the guys that were involved with Strike Zone, have all been inspired by being involved in the movie, seeing it, but I think more importantly just sharing those special times with Cameron.
And it really was a story about his life. And Cameron got great satisfaction in making that movie. And it did make an impact on everybody who was in it.
Now that I've told you our story and how we came to be, we're losing. And I need a miracle.
2-1 with a runner on first and no outs? Jesus, that is not in our favour. That is not in our favour. 15 minutes is all we got left, guys. 15 minutes, 2 innings and 6 outs. 15 minutes, I don't give a damn what you do with your lives after this. I don't care if you never play this game again. But this championship's your gift to me, if nothing else than this. I want you to pitch the hardest your arm will let you throw the ball. I want you guys to run the fastest and the hardest that your legs will carry you, because if there is one thing that I have learned from all I've been through, is that you only regret the things that you didn't do. No regrets, guys. Not tonight.
No regrets is one that always strikes in the back of my mind. I haven't really seen it said in the context that Cameron used it, I suppose. Not just in the movie Strike Zone, but I heard him say it many times. And that was him. And I think there's a lot of people have had a far longer life and look back with regrets.
The biggest thing we got out from that movie as a Black Sox team was the call Cameron made about no regrets. And we say that every morning in our team meetings. Have no regrets, especially when we saw the movie in one of our camps. From then the guy started doing a lot of hard work, saying didn't have any regrets. He had no regrets in his life, I believe, and why should we have it in our game? He's got a big heart, and our team is all about heart. And we play with our heart, and he would have just jumped in and been one of the boys, been one of the characters, I think. I have a little thought of him every time I go out there. I gave him one of my hats, and I don't normally give them out easily, so he did touch me, so yeah, he's definitely with me.
Cameron got a lot out of his life, and when I look at it, I really can't believe that he was only 17. Cameron was a great kid, and I'm very privileged to have met him in the flesh. To have so many people come up to me and talk about Cameron, most of the time you think they know him. And it's when you ask a few questions and you find out they don't know him, they've just been touched by him.
And there we were. 1 out for the game. 1 out, and it was all over.
I believe that anyone that plays softball from now on, if they want to achieve, can take a little bit of what Cameron instilled in them and do that determination and never say no and never say I can't.
It was one of those plays that seemed to last for a lifetime. Lee Cameron may have been called out for charging on the bases earlier, but he won the game that night.
Cameron's an inspiring young man and has been and will be for a long time from now.
I'll never forget their faces as they charged home to hug Lee.
His famous catchphrase is no regrets, and it's been spoken a number of times.
I wish I could have been there, but I never made it out to congratulate them. You just know when death is coming, because you start remembering your life more than you actually live it.
This tournament and every other softball game, I'm sure there'll be someone that will remember Cameron and hopefully take that onto the field with them and take them into whatever they do in their life.
When your time is up, your time is up. And you just pray to God that you've done something worthwhile with your life.
He's all around us.
I prayed that the guys would never forget this night and what we had. This was our championship, and this was their gift to me. They chose me a spot on the hill, so I could guard the field as the seasons passed, time and time again. To bring a team of men together like that is something short of magic. I hope I'll be missed, and I want people to cry at my funeral. But the one thing that I don't want to be is I don't want to be forgotten. And I think I've done a pretty good job of that. My name is Cameron Duncan, hospital number DFK 6498. Current inpatient at Starship Children's Hospital on Ward 27B. Diagnosed February 15th of 2002 with osteosarcoma of the left distal femur, the one place where I literally became a 1 in a million. And I need a miracle. I completed my chemo late November and was having monthly scans when I had to return for a more intensive CT and was called to an urgent meeting. And that was it.
And the winner of the Secondary School Ad Award is Auckland's Avondale College.
And I was really pleased with how it came out. It would have been so much easier if I didn't have this kind of crick in my neck, you know, this kind of... I mean, it's taught me a lot, but I really could have done without it. I really want to get this thing right out of the way so I can get on with doing the stuff that I like.
It's Cameron Duncan's film, DFK 6498, conceived, directed, scripted, edited, voiced, overed, and acted by this young man, Cameron Duncan. Let's talk about who you are. You have two great aims in life. You want to play softball for New Zealand, to be a great softball player. And indeed, you've been an Auckland rep since you're about 12.
Yeah.
But you also personally want to be a great film director.
Mm-hmm.
For one so young, his achievements were greater than many adults aspire to in their whole lifetime. His success was spectacular and in many ways quite awe-inspiring.
Well, Cameron had many high points and many low points in his brief but intensely action-packed life. And I've been privileged to be with him for many of his successes, and I've equally been privileged to have been with him during some of his bad times, like at Starship, in whatever way that I could.
When I was 14 or 15, I had guns and fireworks and explosions and running around. The thing that worried me is that Cameron's explosions were much bigger than mine.
Tried really hard to save that little boy you guys have all been watching. Cameron gave it his best shot with every ounce of strength he had. And so did I. And we're a pretty damn fine team, actually.
He was a very inspirational guy to us, and we learn a lot from him, and we will keep that in our hearts, in our memories as we go on.
I have, I guess, a regret and a fond memory. The regret is that I'll never be able to be on the sideline and watch Cameron pitch a World Series winning effort for New Zealand, because I know that had he been here long enough, he certainly would have done that. He had everything going for him.
Sorry, I must have the wrong house. I was looking for Kevin Hurley here.
No, you're at the right house.
You don't look like the guy in the picture. We became good friends, and I signed him up as pitching coach. And for the record, it was only 150 kilometres. It got faster as the myth grew. You just know when death is coming, because you start remembering your life more than you actually live it.
You've done everything, you've been taken away. God knows you've run